Hi everyone, we are Team 11 and we studied the CSCW in Kumospace. This is our team. The CSCW problem being studied is the ability for normal platforms to mimic real-life communication. According to our survey, most people believe that the platforms they are using, Zoom, Discord, FaceTime, etc., rate between a 5 and an 8 on a scale from 1 to 10, one being does not mimic real-life communication at all, and 10 being perfectly mimics real-life communication. Because of this discrepancy, we wanted to find a platform that did its best to mimic real-life communication, and we found Kumospace.
COVID brought rise to the use of many web meeting softwares, especially Zoom, for remote work. Zoom and many others are only made for professional and academic settings, making it unfit for virtual social events. We found Kumospace as a solution to this issue, allowing users to roam and talk with friends with spatial audio and webcams. Kumospace is more optimal for parties and hangouts rather than remote settings. Our analysis highlights the disadvantages and advantages of Kumospace, as well as suggests possible features and changes to improve the program. We used our skills learned in CSCW to conduct this in-depth system analysis.
Kumospace is an online video chat platform for group meetings and gatherings. It is designed to mimic a real physical space by allowing users to move around the room and form conversational circles. Kumospace is designed to mimic real-world spatial audio where only adjacent participants are able to hear each other. People can move around the room and converse with each other just like in an actual physical room. There are several CSCW concepts that make Kumospace interesting to study. The most obvious of which is that Kumospace allows online communities to form by providing a space that offers shared interest, support by technology, and guidance by some protocols or norms. One interesting benefit of Kumospace is that it can help build common ground by emulating a real-life space. According to CSCW research, this can lead to higher productivity once common ground has been established. Kumospace also offers a strong sense of general awareness by providing awareness of who is around or not, offering context about what activities are occurring by sharing the user's video and showing where the user is in the room, in addition to showing what the environment is like by providing a virtual space. We also conducted a competitive analysis to better understand Kumospace. The main advantages Kumospace had over its competitors were that it can run directly in a web browser and provided immersive interactive features better than other standard video communication apps, such as Skype and Zoom. For disadvantages, Kumospace did not allow as many participants as other competitors.
For our study, it involved two parts. One was an interactive activity with a large group of 14 people and over, and followed by a survey distributed to members who participated. For our Kumospace activity, our first challenge was to find a partner and introduce themselves. For our second challenge, meet up with your new friend and find two interactive components to the environment, one being the DJ booth and another being the bar. For our third challenge, with your friend, join others by the pool, discuss what you liked, disliked, or could improve on. For our user observation finding, we found that there was latency issues with over 10 users. The DJ booth got crowded at one point, increasing lag. DJ music was very hard to hear, given that many people were joining the space and congregating. Participants noted that there was too large of an audio radius, which overlapped other people's conversations.
We also had a survey to go along with the end of this experiment, notably that almost everyone in the survey normally uses Zoom, whereas very few people, only 13%, had actually used Kumospace before. And almost half of them use video communication every day in COVID, of course. We also asked the participants what their favorite feature was. 46% said they really enjoyed having a spatial audio where only certain people can hear you if they're close by. Next is being able to move around a map as per like the locked setup on Zoom. And lastly is the interactive components such as music and getting drinks. There was also some additional comments to go with these surveys. The people who did it like that they can do more than just talk, they can interact with the environment. People could naturally choose groups instead of manually doing it somewhat robotically on services like Zoom. However, there were a lot of technical issues to deal with latency. The audio wasn't very clear and not everyone could hear very well. The music was too loud. There were some issues around that. And a lot of people recommended reducing the spatial audio field so that only people really nearby you could hear you. And also they noted that this is really ideal for more casual settings, not professional ones, and that it lends itself to larger groups.
We have some recommended changes for Kumospace to improve their usability for users in upcoming updates. We would like more audio controls. Being able to control the master volume and the music volume would be helpful. And then having a clearer voice range settings would also be helpful to let users know that the circle is who they're talking to and only people in that circle can hear them. And then make it clear who is who when multiple people are on top of each other. Fix latency issues. Chat should highlight that there are new messages down below. We should also allow users to favorite other users so that if there is overlap in webcams, the favorites always show up on top. And then users also want to be able to customize music selection at the DJ booth and be able to customize what drinks they choose and how fast they can drink them.
Based on all of this study, would you use Kumospace?